Welcome back to Me Versus Myself podcast. It is me. It is Jesus Guillen, your host. As usual, actually not as usual. Today's Tuesday. I know I usually post Mondays, but yesterday, I don't know what got in the way. I don't know, but I'm here. We're alive and well, and I'm very much looking forward to talking to you guys. As last week, it wasn't a weird week for uploads, but it was something different. It was interviews that I had recorded the past Saturday, and that's kind of like the next step of Me Versus Myself podcast. Like, that was the first time I was actually able to have other people come into this space I've created and be vulnerable and share what it is that motivates them, feels just kind of we got a glimpse into other people's Me Versus Myself battle that they go through. And again, this is Jesus Guillen with Me Versus Myself, the podcast where I explain. It's kind of like a video, like audio journal for myself, where I hop on here and I say some things about my week, say some things about what I'm doing, share some of my goals with you guys, and as well as what I'm doing to reach those goals, as well as some of the things that things that life is teaching me as I go, and I share that with you guys in hopes to promote being vulnerable, because I've found tremendous amount of help from allowing myself to be vulnerable and experience my journey and experience the feelings that make me human. I got a new shirt on Sunday. This is the new one. It got polar bears on. I think it's so nice. And yeah, dude. So for those of you who maybe might be your first time listening, welcome. Those who are returning, and please subscribe and like and comment, all of that. I know that's really like it's like a broken record. Every YouTuber says that, but it really does help, dude. It really helps put my content out there to reach more people. So the more likes, the more comments, the longer people watch, the more YouTube tends to put it out for other people to enjoy. So if you enjoy this and you'd like to support me and you'd like to help me in any way, you can comment, subscribe, and notifications, and just watch the videos. Yeah. So we have a segment that we do. Sorry, I feel like I need to clear my throat. 1 second. 1 second. There you go. So we have a segment that we do, and I have people comment or people share certain things they might be dealing with, as well as things that they'd like a genuine friend's opinion on. So let's get started. They didn't mention. I've also mentioned that it's anonymous, but unless they specify that they do want me to say their names, I guess I'll just keep it anonymous. But someone asked me, or someone said that they're stressing over school and working. Let's see. I guess advice. There's not really advice I can give you there, because I'm not working or going to school. But dude, I think you gotta dive into more of what. Like, I understand we're at an age where it's not like we have our careers ready, like our careers made. We don't have our careers set up. We don't have a clear path. As far as people my age, for example, this person graduated with me in high school, so we're about the same age. I'm assuming 19. He's probably 20, maybe 19-ish. So it's not like we have our careers ahead of us. So it's easy for me to say, well, just do what you love, because that's what I'm doing. But I think you need to, I don't want to say don't stress, but I think you need to try to enjoy the little things that come with your daily activities, whether that's at work and it's like super tedious, like little tasks. And again, I don't know where you work or what you do for work, so it might be easy for me to say, because again, I work and I do the things that I enjoy and that bring me fulfillment. But I understand I'm extremely fortunate to be in that position. But yeah, try to enjoy all the little things and all the little lessons you're learning while you're working this job. Like, I guess there's always a positive to things, and it's very cliche to say that just enjoy the little things. But I'm sure there's little things about your job, little people, people you've met, small interactions that you get to experience on the day-to-day basis that you might overlook, that you might find some sort of like enjoyment out of, and just dive into those a little bit more. And I guess while you're at work or while you're, working on school or working on your career, keep learning about things you're interested in. Keep trying to do hobbies and try to learn more stuff that, fuels you, and that doesn't feel so much like work, or doesn't feel so much like a study period. Excuse the blender. I believe the blender's on. Shout out my mama. But all right, so that's number one. Question number two, or just I don't know if I should keep saying question, but number two. Broke up with my girl of 5 years. She got a whole new man a week later. B words ain't shit. Damn, bro. That's mad tough, dude. That's super, super tough. Damn. 5 years. That's a long time. Especially, So, again, I don't know. I don't know if I should keep saying that this is advice, because it's not like I have much to say about what it is like that happened, but fuck, dude. In my experience, I haven't experienced anything kind of like that. I mean, I've experienced heartbreak, but nothing like the girl I was with for 5 years having a man the next fucking week. And dude, I think I don't know, but I think you might know this, but this guy was probably lingering around for a while, and she was probably thinking about this guy for a while. So don't put yourself down or let her bring you down, because obviously she was in a place where I guess maybe not fulfilled. And honestly, dude, I think that's sometimes shit just happens like that, she maybe wasn't fulfilled or wasn't happy, and I mean, maybe she might feel happier now that she has this new person, but the truth is, bro, I don't think that when it's like that, when it's like a rebound kind of shit, dude, I don't think it's like real, yeah, I'm sure there's feelings there, and I'm sure it's fun because it's new and fucking, it's new, it's something new, but I don't know how much fulfillment there is there, especially when you don't take the time to heal. And I don't know what ended up causing your guys' split, but the way it seems, if I'm not mistaken, she was probably dealing with wanting this person for a while, and probably didn't know how to go about saying that she didn't want to be with you. When I just feel like there's insecurities there, there's insecurities that she hasn't addressed. And although she might be with this other person and she might be happy and fucking glad to be with this new person, but I don't think that she's gonna be happy for long term, versus you, who are doing shit for yourself, who are you're reading, you're learning, you're leveling up, you got your own, I think, business, or I'm not sure exactly what you do, but dude, your kingdom is being built, bro. And if she wasn't down to stay and let it fucking come into fruition and let it come full circle, dude, she just missed out and played herself really fucking big time for fucking, she played herself big time for some short-term attention from someone else, some short-term comfort that, again, it might be cool for her because it's new, but dude, fuck that, fuck her. And dude, she doesn't deserve that, and be glad that she exposed herself way quicker, and that your kingdom is not for her. Your kingdom is for yourself, and your kingdom is gonna be fucking, when that right girl comes, dude, she's gonna fall right into place, and you're gonna know it, and won't have to deal with any bullshit like that. So that's a fucking, I don't want to say the word, because we respect women, but dude, fuck that, dude. She's a B word for sure. That's like a, if I look at the dictionary, that's probably, this scenario is probably in there. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, dude, keep your head up, king, bro. You're a fucking beast. Keep learning, keep leveling up, dude. And I promise, her little short-term satisfaction won't be as fulfilling as you and your queen with this fucking kingdom you're building, bro. So fuck that. Fuck her. Keep moving forward. I was gonna say baby, but keep moving forward, baby. Big boy. You know, you got this shit. Stay strong. Stay hard. Dude, you're a beast, bro. Keep doing your thing. Keep leveling up. Keep living. And hope we see each other. Hope we run into each other soon again. Next comment. What was the one experience that changed your life? We'll go with the recent one. A recent experience that changed my life. Ooh, I got a few. I was going to go with the cliche, like I broke up with me and my girlfriend broke up. Which, don't get me wrong, that has changed my life. But the one experience that has changed my life and that I'm the most thankful for is meeting my friend Mel Sarkoga. Dude, so cool story. Okay, so me and my girl had just broke up maybe like a month into my breakup with my girlfriend. In like April, I was reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And that just kind of gave me more perspective and more motivation to work out. I was doing jump rope. I was lifting a little bit of weights. I was starting to run a little bit more. I was doing more calisthenic stuff. I was going and doing pull-ups and dips at the park. And well, you know, like the calisthenics machines that they have at the park. So here I am at this park. My dad and Ignacio go and... Well, my dad, Ignacio, and my dad are both Ignacio. So my dad's name is Ignacio, but my brother's name is Ignacio Jr. So that's a fun fact. But both Ignacios. Well, I would go train, right, and we would go to the park, and I would go to the calisthenics machines, and they would go hike. And there was just one time where I saw this guy like training a group of his like 2 or 3 of his friends. He was training them with like boxing pads and holding pads for him. Had the whole like the bodysuit on and shit. And I was just like, dude, does this guy know what he's doing? I just questioned. It was like my ego, because I swore I was a good boxer because I took a year of boxing before then. So it was like my ego talking, you know, like it was just like, this guy even know what he's doing. And yeah, so like, okay, whatever. I finished my workout. They're finished with their hike, and we end up going home. So the next time we go back, I think maybe the next day or a couple days pass by, we go back. I go back to the calisthenics machines. I'm doing dips. I'm doing those like I don't know what they're called, but like when you sit on the chair and like you're pulling yourself up, and like the pushing ones. I don't know the terms or the exercises for them, but we lost our light. But so yeah, I'm working out at the machines, and again I see these guys, this same guy training his friends, and it so happens that where I was training, say this is the exercise machines, these are the basketball courts, and he's training like his friends like on the pavement next to the basketball courts. And it so happens that these guys are, I guess, talking shit to each other on the basketball court. They just finished the basketball game, and I guess they were talking shit to each other the whole match or whatever, and they wanted to fight. They were gonna get down, but they asked this boxing trainer, can we borrow your gloves? And that kind of piqued my interest, because it was like a little bit of an entourage going, and well, these guys wanted to fight. So they asked my friends for their gloves. Well, we're not at that point yet, but they asked the trainer for the gloves. And well, we all get in a big circle, and well, the trainer, who is Mel, by the way, whatever, we get in a circle, and we're all right, clean fight or whatever, blah 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 blah. Like, all right, just no punch, just punching or whatever, just, you know, keep it clean. And well, these guys fight for a round, 2 rounds kind of ish, like, and then they gassed out. But one guy who was clearly winning, but the guy that lost was like, nah, dude, like, I don't want to fight anymore. Like, he was just done, I guess, or whatever. So it was just kind of lame how he swore he won because he won the first round, and he didn't win the first round. But it was just, you know, like 2 hotheads trying to just fucking prove a point to each other, I guess. And yeah, so then I went up to the trainer, who is Mel. So hey, like, what are you, like a boxing coach, trainer? Like, what do you do? And he just ends up telling me how he just likes training people for fun, and that he's just doing this for his friends because quarantine, and it's just something for them to do. And he just really enjoys it because he's been doing it all his life. And he's like, yeah, you're welcome to come train with us. We're here this day at this hour, in the morning and in the afternoon. Okay. So I started training with this guy in the afternoons, and eventually the afternoon class, well, it's not a class, it was just kind of the afternoon session, kind of ended up getting canceled. And it ended up being like a morning class. It was like a 8 a.m., like 2 hour, like 1 hour conditioning, where we would run for 25 minutes, do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and then we would do fighting technique. We would do kickboxing technique or boxing technique. And well, this guy, Mel, dude, became one of my best friends, one of my closest friends to this day. And through him, I ended up joining Dream MMA, who ended up, being this, like, through MMA, through Dream MMA, I've started doing jiu-jitsu. I've lost so much weight. And had I not met Mel this day, I would have none of who a big part of who I am would not exist. And who would have fucking known that day those guys would fucking fight, and it would cause me to go ahead and actually say hi to him and talk to him and start training. So yeah, the whole summer, basically from like June to August, we were doing a fucking full-on camp, a full-on fight camp. Maybe like around July-ish, I want to say, like at the beginnings of July, because I was doing my 75-day sober challenge last year. So yeah, I met him then, and that kind of was like a fucking seed that was planted, that is now like almost a year later of training jiu-jitsu. I don't train boxing as much, kickboxing as much anymore. I'm more of grappling focused right now. But yeah, dude, this little interaction, this experience has led to my confidence being boosted so much, my self-defense skills being boosted so much, my calmness, my just overall my quality of life has improved so much because of this one experience that I had at the park, watching these guys fucking want to beat each other up. And dude, like I said, I've met some of my closest friends at Dream. And yeah, dude, had I not met him that day, I do not know where I'd be. I don't know if my fitness fitness journey would be the same way. I'm sure I would have still kept working out, but I don't know, dude. Like, that's something that's really crazy, because now even my brother, my older brother's joined jiu-jitsu. Now my little brother's going to like summer camp there, and like they do some sort of, like, they do like jiu-jitsu, they do like grappling a little bit, they do a little bit of like techniques and stuff, and like little exercises, and it's just good for the little kids, And it's crazy, because had I not met Mel this fucking day, I don't know that it would have happened any other way. I don't know how it would have happened or how it could have happened. But I owe so much to Mel, and just like him, just simply doing that just because he fucking loved doing it. And then we had a whole like summer camp going, where it was like a good maybe 20 people at one point, like coming and showing up at 8 a.m. to the park to run, to fucking do technique, to spar. It's crazy what he built and what it's led to. Obviously now we're kind of under Dream MMA, but nonetheless, dude, a lot of it wouldn't have been possible without Mel. And dude, Mel, if you're watching this, I'm gonna send this to you, but if by any fucking chance you're watching this without me sending it to you, dude, I love you, bro, and I'm so thankful that we met. And yeah, that's one of the biggest experiences that have changed my life in the past year. Besides, obviously, me breaking up with, well, my girl, I think she broke up with me, bro, and I say we broke up, but yeah, she broke up with me because a lot of things, but for the most part, it was kind of mostly mutual. It was like, it was kind of going in that direction, and well, she broke up with me, so it's what it is. That's another experience, but I think I've talked about that. And I don't know, bro, like I guess to just touch on that briefly, that's also been a huge life-changing experience, because like I said, it's led to a lot of growth within me and my character. And I look back at who I was, and even as a boyfriend, I cringe a little bit, because there was just a lot of little insecurities there that my ego would get in the way. And you gotta go through things to learn, but for real, like, that was another experience that drastically changed my life, and even now I still think about her, and I still fucking not necessarily miss her, because things are way different, and the way things are right now, I don't think I'd want it any different. But sometimes you do think about that pillar, and it still sometimes is missing in certain aspects. But for the most part, dude, like 99%, it's like I'm fine. And it's like 1%, maybe my ego's hurt a little bit, and just I'm sure there's fucking always gonna be something there, because she's a big part of me, and no matter how much time passes, probably it's gonna still linger in my head. So it is what it is. But yeah, dude, moving forward is probably like, I guess looking back, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Although it was bittersweet, although it still continues to hurt sometimes, like, for the most part. And well, I would tell myself, like, if this is the right thing, like, you'll know, and I mean, we haven't gone back, so I guess it was the right thing, because a lot has changed, and a lot has opened up, and especially just because I've lost weight, I've improved, like, a lot has opened up. And like, had I still been in my comfortable relationship, I don't think I would have changed, or kind of have came this far. But dude, it's crazy. And back to like question number one, I'm stressing over like work and school. Like, there's a lot of little things and little decisions and little kind of experiences that are going on that maybe right now you might not like value or really think about, but they're happening, bro. They're happening, and it's important for you to remember that at one point in your life, maybe you'll look back and be thankful for it. So just enjoy today. Take it one day at a time, and try not to stress so much, and just in general, that's I guess some advice for everyone. Like, just take it one day at a time. I mean, we really only have one day. And I guess it's so cliche too to say, oh, tomorrow's not promised, but can I kill this fly? Can I kill this fly on my pants? Let's see. Holy shit, I killed it. I fucking killed it. I would pick it up. That's kind of gross. But I did hit him. I did smack him. But yeah, sorry. It's kind of cliche to say that we only have one day. But like I said, that fly didn't fucking know he was about to get bopped. And now look at him. He's fucking dead. And it just like that. We're that fragile too, where a lot of our day-to-day kind of actions could lead to that. So not that we have to go around living in fear, but yeah, dude, just not stressing so much about things that might not really matter, and at the moment might, but again, it gets better. And for all you know, like, change is the best thing that is meant for you, and it comes at whatever moment it feels it's the right time to come out and talk to you and just explain what's going on. But yeah, dude, change is a double-edged sword. But again, it can be a weapon, but it can also be can also hurt you. So just, it might hurt, but again, it's gonna help you at one point in your life, and you'll be able to look back and be like, hey, you know what? I'm glad things ended up happening this way. Because in reality, we don't have much control over it, a lot of situations we think we do. So enjoy today, enjoy right now, and just live. Okay, back to regular scheduled program. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I wish I got a little bit more responses, but I guess we get a good consistent 2 to 3 every week that I post that. But regardless, it means so much that there's people that trust me with opening up a little bit, even though if it's just like a tiny glimpse, that choose to interact with my show. And I know it's 2 and 3 right now. It will be a lot more, and at one point it'll be like overwhelming. I'll be like, damn, I have too many to answer. So we're definitely enjoying the moment right now, because maybe 2 or 3. I'll look back and be like, fuck, do you remember when it was just 2 or 3 fucking responses and I was done? Now it's like 4 or 5, like even 10 or 20 or even 100. For all I know, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, it's bound to happen. And so let's definitely enjoy the process, definitely enjoying and appreciating all three of you who left me a comment, left me a question, left me some glimpse into something you might be dealing with. So I hope this is, I'm not a therapist or I'm not a professional mental health worker, but again, it's just a homie spitting back, just giving you a raw opinion about whatever it is you intend, you share with me. I'm just working with what you give me, and I hope that you can take something from me answering these questions. And if not, if you didn't get the answer you were looking for, then I'm sorry. But again, this is me. This is my thoughts. But yeah, I intend to keep doing this. I really like this little segment because I want people to be more vulnerable. I think that's one of my missions here. I want people to be more comfortable with being vulnerable. And like I said, these last week's interviews, if you didn't check them out, please. I asked people to I gave people like a place to come and sit down and be vulnerable. And I got a lot of people told me that they like what I'm doing and that it inspires them and that I'm doing like the right thing and I should keep going and keep doing it. And it's actually like really, really cool and reassuring and reaffirming to know that people are like, dude, this is fucking sick. And this concept that I've had for the past 2 years and what I've been building up to now, like, it's fucking crazy. I was on my friend Scott's podcast, On the Edge podcast, last week. And dude, I fucking was on someone else's podcast. Like, what? It's so cool. It's that I don't know when that's coming out. I'm not sure, but when that does come out, dude, I will let you guys know so you guys can go watch and show some support. But yes, dude, like it was really reassuring to have people tell me like I'm doing the right thing by doing this podcast, and it's like it's almost overwhelming how good it makes me feel. It makes me feel really good about what I'm doing, and it continues to motivate me. It continues to want me to it makes me want to continue doing this. Okay, so last week, let's see, dude. Okay, let's talk about this week. We're just fucking whatever. So this week, so far, it's Tuesday, right? And I'm back on my running shit, bro. For the longest time, for like the past easily 3 months. Let's see, we're in, so March, April, May, June. Okay, April, May, June, July. For the past 4 months, 4 months, I've been a bitch about running, bro. I've been a bitch about running. I swore I had lost my conditioning. I swore that I wasn't. I was just holding myself back by not running. And partly was because I was comfortable with the results I had. Like I was feeling like skinny, and I was getting complimented. Like, dude, you look good. Like, bro, like you look shredded and shit. Like, it kind of got to me, bro, where I was just kind of reaping the rewards of my hard work, and I was just kind of like, dude, I fucking made it. But no, I have not made it, dude. And the past week or so, I've kind of slipped up a little bit on like my eating habits wise, because again, like I was comfortable, and I'm comfortable because I got to this place where it's like, dude, I'm looking good. I'm looking skinny and shit. I'm feeling good. People are telling me I look good. People are telling me I look skinny and shredded and shit. Like, we fucking made it, Like, let me just fucking enjoy and vibe. But, nah, dude, we gotta get back at it. And, well, yesterday, I did used to be my, like, daily run. It's about 1.5 miles-ish of, like, distance. And I jogged the whole thing, which is what I used to do. I used to just jog. I used to do long distance jogs. So I did that, and relatively the same time that I used to do it. Like, obviously, I stopped running, but cardio wise, like, I guess because of jiu-jitsu, like, I'm still feeling good. But I remember when I would stack my cardio, like running and jogging, and then it would just show in my jiu-jitsu too, because I just wouldn't get fucking tired. Like the whole open mat, I'd be fucking. It was the end of open mat, and I was still feeling like, dude, I'm still good to go. Like everyone was all gassed and shit, but I was like, dude, I'm ready to go. And I think running again, not only is really good for my headspace, but for my cardio. You know, I gotta keep doing that. And well, I finished "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins. That's what I did last week. I listened to David Goggins' "Can't Hurt Me." Phenomenal book. Cannot recommend it like enough. Like that book genuinely changed my life. It led to me pushing myself more. It's led to my whole fitness and transition, as far as like from being lazy to being this fucking athlete now. You know, I'm a year of being a fucking athlete, and I've always been like I've always been into sports and shit, but now it's like eating the right thing so I can having almost a six-pack. And I was close to a six-pack, but then like I said, I got fucking comfortable and I started just munching and shit. So the six-pack isn't as visible right now. So that's why I haven't been posting any pictures of me shirtless, because I'm not as shredded as I was maybe 2 weeks ago. But it's part of it, you know. It just comes and goes, and that's funny. But like I was saying, David Goggins, that book showed me it was a perspective of something that I've never really heard. You know, like I didn't know that human beings were capable of that much. And just simply, like, you know, he wasn't born that way. He clearly tells you, like, I was not born this way. Like, don't alienate me by saying, oh, I'm different. Like, I'm a fucking human being who just worked and put myself through certain situations that I now understand that I'm capable of all of these things. And that's so powerful. You know, it's really powerful to take that with me and try to continue to improve myself, because a year ago I was not this person. I was not this person, bro. I was even in November I weighed 168 pounds. I weigh 147, 149-ish pounds right now. 20 pounds plus 20 pounds, you know, 20 pounds. Different person, different mindset. From a year ago to now, I've listened to I really want to get a head count on all of the books and audiobooks that I've read and listened to in this past, like, I've read 3 books for sure. Like, I've actually read 3 books this week. I read what books did I read this year? I read the Quick and Easy Guide to Effective Speaking by Dale Carnegie. I read the Wolf of Wall Street book, The Way of the Wolf. I read I've only read 2 books. Sorry, I lied. 2 books. But I've listened to easily like 15 or 20 books, maybe. I want to say 20. I hope that's not as fucking. I will just say 10 books to be reasonable, I guess. Just so I don't like overly inflate that number. We'll say 10, but it could be more. I don't think it's less than 10. For sure, not less than 10. But anyways. I'm not the same person I was a year ago, you know. I'm just at a completely different place, and I'm at a very happy place. I'm at a very, very like. I'm a very like. I don't know. I'm just really happy with where I'm at right now, and I like that I'm continuing to improve myself. Like, I'm constantly working at my jiu-jitsu. Constantly working on this podcast, and not only am I meeting more people, but people are really enjoying what I'm doing. I've connected with people who are like-minded, for sure, like really like-minded, and the shotties are coming through, bro. Like, what can I fucking say? Like, I have nothing to complain about right now. Like, there's a couple of things that I know I could be doing more of, and I do kind of limit myself, and I do kind of get in my own way by not putting my head down and just grinding in certain situations. For example, my marketing agency, I get in my own way in that and there. I get in my own way by not working on that, by not actively calling people, by not constantly trying to improve and work at that goal, because I know what that goal can give me. But also, like, I think one of the realizations I had, I think it was even yesterday, I was in the car looking out the window, and I was just kind of like, dude, like, maybe I haven't worked on it because I don't know what I truly want, Like, yes, I say I want X amount. For example, my whole goal was 50K by my birthday. And not that it's not possible. Like, I know it's super possible, but maybe I haven't really thought about if I want 50K, or haven't really thought about how I am going to get that, because maybe that's not what I want, or that's not maybe what I need at the moment, And I think that's where this negative relationship, or this like comfort kind of comforts me, by not knowing what I want or not being super clear on what I want. I am getting in my own way because, well, I'm not working on the goal I had originally set, because maybe that's not what I want, And I just really need to think about, okay, what do I need? Like, how much do I need and what do I need? Because ideally, this is a lifestyle business, right? It's a lifestyle business to give me more money to put into the podcast, to pay my rent, to fucking pay the car off, to, live on my own, which comes with paying rent. Just go out and shit more. Like, dude, I guess I need to get clearer on what it is I want to do. And I gotta build and not get so stuck in like a plan necessarily, but dude, I really need to sit down and get clear on the books I'm trying to read, because I have a full bookshelf right there with a lot of books that I'm interested in, and books that I know I want to read and work on, and workbooks and textbooks I have that I need to study, because it's things I'm genuinely interested in. To get clear on that and build like a system that allows me to not only work on my business, go to train and study and learn and keep learning, because this is still the year of learning, and we're in July, and we're 43 days sober off THC. But let's talk about this one thing too that I've not been happy with. So because I haven't been smoking THC, I've resorted to smoking nicotine a little bit. And at first it was kind of like, okay, like just in the moment kind of things. Like, I'm out with my friends and I'm at shows and I want to feel the smoking sensation. But it's quickly become something I look forward to when I'm going to these sort of events, when I'm going to hang out with my friends. And again, it's not nobody's fault. I mean, it's my fault. It's not nobody else's fault. Nobody's pointing a gun to my head and telling me, yo, hit this, try this. It's strictly been me. But I think, I'm done with that, because even like these past couple of days, I've caught myself craving that. And, had I not really let myself try it or seen it as a whatever thing earlier on, I wouldn't have this little demon starting to build and starting to take my attention away. Even like I had a lavender like like it was just strictly herbal. It wasn't anything psychoactive. It was like herbal, like joint, and even that was like my mind started shifting to well, where can I get some lavender? Where can I get more of those joints? And again, it's not saying that that's a bad thing, but just that it's taking away from this clear-headedness that I've had simply not doing anything. And I guess I have been drinking also too, a little bit more than I have maybe ever. And I don't know that I want to continue that so much anymore. Because again, like it's fun, and well, it's very easy for me to be like, oh, I'm not smoking weed right now, so let me go drink. Let me have a drink. Let me have a fucking beer or whatever, have a shot or whatever. Which again is cool. But dude, like, I don't need that, and I don't like that when my mindset has shifted a little bit to when it's like, oh, I'm going to a show. I need to get a drink. I need to have a Smirnoff or something. And again, like, I'm not saying that I'm not going to drink ever again, or I'm not. For sure, I'm done hitting the nicotine. I mean, it is cool in the moment, It is cool to feel that smoking sensation and feel a little bit dizzy. You get some of that like high aspect of it, but it's not worth this little demon that lingers. And I see how, and like, I'm not judging anyone again, but for me, in my situation, in my lifestyle, I guess I just kind of have an addictive personality with those kinds of things. And the less I worry about them, the better I feel. And yeah, dude, like, again, like, don't get me wrong, it's been cool, and I'm not regretting anything. It's just, again, strictly been learning things that I've been learning. But yeah, I don't need to be consuming nicotine or vaping. It's just not something that I really need. It's like, it's like carrying, it's like me carrying an extra bag around all the time with me, when I really just don't have to carry the bag at all, And that's what I'm doing moving forward. That's just something I'm sharing with you guys, and I'm opening up a little bit about, because yeah, dude, I have noticed how my mind and my little addictive addict brain is like, ooh, this feels good. And well, at the moment, you kind of tell yourself, it's cool, it's just a little bit, or just a hit or whatever. And then the other day on Sunday, I caught myself, like, because I had access to it, and again, nobody pointed a gun to my head or anything. It was me. But I let myself be influenced. I let myself crave this sort of thing that I don't need. I don't need it. I really don't need it, and I don't need to continue fueling it, because the more I fuel it, the more it needs, right? So we're at a point where I've realized, like, hey, I don't really need that, and I don't think it's worth the long-term risk that might come with this present, like, smoking sensation, which is kind of what scares me about smoking weed again. Like, I know I want to do it, like, but fuck, dude, like, I know that when I do it the first time, it may lead to me thinking about that demon again and carrying that bag with me everywhere. And I don't know, that's kind of bittersweet, I guess. Bittersweet, I guess, huh? Because, well, I don't know. I think we just need to let it play out and see what happens. But again, like, I'm in control, right? Always in control. And even if I did, like, choose to do it in the future, I clearly have the power to give it up for X amount of time. And like I said, it's 43 days. Was there 30 days? 30 days in June? Let's check. Yeah, 30 days, so 43 days sober, THC free. I shouldn't say sober. 40 days THC free. And I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed this moment, this little challenge. I've enjoyed pushing and testing myself and giving up this little guilty pleasure I choose to indulge in constantly. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good closing thought. Like, I don't need to be carrying certain baggage around with me all the time, and it's so simple to just not carry the bag. Not don't carry the fucking bag. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of me. I'm happy with me. I'm thankful for me, and I'm really excited uh, to just keep moving, keep living, keep learning, and keep sharing this with you guys. Keep on letting you know my journey. And like I said, this is my place where I'm vulnerable, where I open up and I share my little demons that I carry with me. And yeah, I think that I hope you can take something with that. Take something with me. Take something with you. um, Cause yeah, dude, it's crazy how I guess how comfortable we are all the time. And I think that being vulnerable and actually exposing yourself a little bit gets rid of a lot of fucking shit in the way of your things you put in your own way. But just by accepting and owning up to whatever it is you think is bothering you, hurting you, taking away from you, fucking distracting you, you have the power to control that, and you have the power to control you. But again, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, please comment the word plants. If you're on Spotify, you can't really comment, but if you're on if you're on YouTube, please comment plants. I will definitely give you a fucking kiss virtually if you comment plants. So yes, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. And shout out all of my new friends I've been meeting recently. You guys are awesome. And I'm glad that you guys tuned in. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. Good.